Senior advisor and son-in-law to President Trump, Jared Kushner, we were just discussing it, fired back today after 2 hours of questioning from Senate investigators. Mr. Kushner and Donald Trump Jr. are two members of the president's family at the center of this part of this whole investigation on the Russia issue. Both are speaking to Congress this week. So earlier today, I sat down with Lara Trump about the family's state of mind with all of this. Watch. It's good to see you, Lara. Welcome today.
Thank
you. So Jared Kushner, I think a lot of people had never heard him speak before he went out there today. He's very private. He's very behind the scenes. Why has the family made the decision that he should go public at this point?
Well, I think that was up to Jared. Listen, you're right. Jared has never sought out the limelight. He's a very humble individual, but he played a big role in the campaign. He obviously plays a huge role in the administration. And I think for the entire family, this whole notion that there was any collusion with Russia is so ridiculous. Jared wanted to clarify and be as transparent as possible, which is exactly what you saw happen today. And I think he did a great job of that. You know, he's told the committee everything he knows. He's handed over all documents he has. And you saw the same thing happen with my brother-in-law, Don Jr. You know, he put out on Twitter the entire email back and forth because transparency is very important to us. And so I really commend both of them for the fact that nobody used BleachBit, nobody deleted emails, nobody destroyed, cell phones with hammers. We're being very upfront with this because we want the world to know there was no collusion.
There's a lot of discussion out there about the intrigue in the White House and that everybody has their own lawyers and their own team and that they are sort of like islands existing in the middle of this storm. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I would disagree with that. I think we're very cohesive as a family unit, and I think, listen, it does feel like the world is against us right now, but we're all standing strong, and sure, people may have different lawyers, but we're all the same family. We worked incredibly hard, Martha, on this campaign, and you actually heard it right there from Jared. The idea that there was anything other than the president's message, than the fact that he ran a better campaign, that he was a better candidate that won this election for him is quite frankly insulting to the American voters, because what they saw in him is what we see today in him as president, that he's leading this country, and we're finally going in the right direction.
Let me ask you this, because we're seeing some shuffle. We saw Sean Spicer leave last week. You've got a new director of communications in Anthony Scaramucci. Is there a feeling among the family that the people who were loyalists during the campaign deserve a more front row seat to the president, that they deserve to be on the team, and that some of these more establishment folks, for lack of a better description, maybe are not serving him that well?
I just think Donald Trump is being Donald Trump. He's a businessman. He's run a business his whole life, and when something isn't working, he changes it. And Sean Spicer is an incredible guy, and he did a great job, but he felt like maybe someone else could carry that message better. And so, whether it is a person who is incredibly loyal to the campaign or just a different individual, Donald Trump wants what works for him, for this country.
He called the Attorney General his beleaguered AG today. Does he want him to leave? Jeff Sessions?
Listen, I think that he's made his stance on Jeff Sessions very clear. I think he could have done things differently himself, but I think, that remains to be seen what happens with him. But what I'll tell you is my father-in-law is a very loyal individual, and he is very loyal to people who are loyal to him. And when he feels like somebody isn't doing a good job or is not being loyal, he's going to correct that. And I think that's what we've seen in the White House so far.
Lara Trump, good to see you. Thank you very much.